Hello, my name is Sid Grosvenor. I live, work, and play in beautiful Lake Chapala area of Mexico. You know, my past lives include being a Dallas Police Department commander, an attorney. I graduated from SMU Law School, and I also did advanced studies in international law at the University of Exeter in Exeter, England. And also I was a broker in Texas for a number of years, as well as an investor. So real estate's been in my blood a long time. You know, my late wife Patricia and I spent several years checking out possible retirement destinations. We went to Costa Rica several times, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Puerto Rico, the Caribbean. We even checked out England, Scotland, Wales, and various Caribbean islands, and of course Mexico. Well, you know where we wound up. We settled on Mexico, Lake Chapala, Mexico in particular. All things considered, it was the best for us. Before I lost Patricia, after 37 years together, we enjoyed living part of each year here in Lake Chapala, Mexico, and part of each year in East Texas. After she died and I got my grief under control, I decided to return right here to Lake Chapala, Mexico, where I'm very glad I did because I met the second love of my life, Arcelia. Arcelia and I have been married now for 6 years, and we're very happy here, and we would like to invite you to come check out our lovely area. But first I want to tell you some things and ask you to look very closely at the Chapala Club website here and give me your feedback, your comments. That's the reason we have the comment section by each of the articles. So please take advantage of that and let us know what you like and what you don't like. And most importantly of all, please ask any questions you may have. And you know, we want you to check it all out, and also we want you to be sure, and in the upper right hand corner of the home page there's a section there for you to put your email address in, and that way you'll get automatic email updates of all the content as it's published. You know, that's because we don't want you to miss anything. Okay, well, what do I do to keep out of trouble here at Lake Chapala, Mexico? Well, I act as an exclusive buyer's agent realtor, only representing buyers. Currently, I'm associated with Lake Chapala Real Estate, which is one of the smallest agencies here, but it's also one of the very best. That's the reason I associated with them. As a realtor member in good standing in our local MLS group that we call GIL, that's G-I-L, that stands for Grupo Inmobiliario del Lago. And I'm also a member of the AMPI, A-M-P-I, which is the National Professional Mexican Realtors Association. What that means to you, the takeaway, is that I can help you with any home listed for sale here, or any lot listed for sale right here at Lake Chapala, Mexico. Well, I'll only tell you this. It's very important that you understand this. It is in your best interest to contact me to help you. And I'll tell you why in just a few moments. But first, let me explain how you can check out home prices here for yourself. All you have to do is go to the main searchable multiple listing database, which has hundreds of homes and hundreds of lots, all for sale. And there are different price ranges, of course, and there are all the different neighborhoods and the different towns around the lake. You know, homes here may or may not be less expensive than what you're used to where you live now, since so much depends on exactly what market you're in where you live now. You know, some markets are stronger now than others. Now, speaking about strong, homes here are built very strong. They're built out of very durable materials, brick, cement block, reinforced concrete. So they're very strong. They're built by hand mostly, and it takes 8 to 12 months to build a home here. Also, I should point out that land is valued here maybe higher than where you're from, again, depending upon the market. In Mexico, the standard unit of measurement is the meter, so we use square meters to measure lots and homes as well. But usually on the website, they'll be translated into square feet as well, so you'll have a better idea. But if it doesn't, a square meter is approximately 10.76, almost 11 square feet for a square yard. I tell you all of this about the prices and so forth as a reality check for you, since many people think that land and homes here are very inexpensive. Now, if you built the same home in Texas, for example, the same way. It would be. It'd probably be double the cost here because, of course, in Texas we built them on slabs and we use wood as opposed to, and brick veneer as opposed to the type of construction that they use here, reinforced cement, solid cement block and solid brick, for example. But if you're coming from one of the more, shall we say, upscale areas or some of the hot areas in the United States, well then, of course, our homes will seem very much like a bargain to you. You know, after you should really compare the prices here of homes and, of course, where you're from, but don't just compare the price of homes. You need to compare apples and apples and oranges, so to speak. You need to look at what your total cost would be to live here. Most everything here, all of our expenses here, are a lot less than the United States or Canada. Let me give you a quick word about taxes. You know, a lot of people like to complain about taxes in the States, and I guess Canada as well. But here we like to brag about how little we pay in taxes. So give me an opportunity to do that for just a moment. You know, I have a 3-bedroom, 3-bath home here, 2,000 square feet on an 800 and something square meter lot, a very nice sized lot with a beautiful garden. It's in a nice area, and I would value it at close to $200,000. Now, my annual taxes are just under $80 a year. That's right, you heard that correctly. Not $80 a month, but $80 a year. And other expenses are a lot less as well. Utilities and so forth. Almost everything here will be less, except perhaps, as I mentioned earlier, the price of your actual home or lot. Now, I promised a little earlier to tell you why it's in your best interest to contact me before you decide on contacting anyone else, especially before you go to the MLS. You know, I act in the capacity, as I mentioned, of an exclusive realtor buyer's agent. Now, of course, you could just go to the MLS and talk to the contact the listing agent, but think for a minute, just who does a listing agent represent? Well, he's also the seller's agent. That's another name for listing agent, isn't it? So the seller's agent is looking after whose best interest? Yours? No. He or she is interested in looking after the seller's best interest, which is not your best interest. So you should have someone in your corner, someone like myself, a buyer's only agent. I have no listings whatsoever. I don't list homes, I don't list lots. I have done that in the past, and I found it very difficult to be neutral and try to represent both sides fairly. That's why I became an exclusive buyer's agent only. So that's why it's in your best interest to contact me. And you know, I can usually find out things, well, I know I can find out things that you could never find out on your own. And the listing agent will tell me things he would not tell you. And I have other sources and other means of gaining information that can be of benefit to you as well. Well, what do I charge for my services? Well, I'm glad you asked. Actually, to you, there's no charge. Well, wait a minute now. You've got to get paid. Well, yes, of course I get paid. Well, I get paid. You see, I get a small percentage of the commission of the selling agency receives for their marketing services. So I get a little bit of that when the sale is made, because I've in effect produced a buyer for them, which hopefully would be you. Well, thanks for taking your valuable time to watch this video, and once again, welcome to this website, to the Chapala Club, and hope you stay and continue to come back and be a member, because you know, membership has its privileges, as I hope you will discover. I truly look forward to being of service to you any way I can. My promise to you is that I promise to treat you like I would want to be treated if our roles were reversed. I strive every day to be a better husband, a better father, a better grandfather, a better person, friend, and especially a better realtor. I'm blessed to have many delighted clients with my services, and I can supply a ton of emails or contact addresses for references if you'd like me to. Okay, now here's the website that you should go to look at all the homes that are listed. And by the way, if you find one that you're interested, send me an email or call me on my 1-800 line, and we'll talk about it, and I can do some research and tell you more about it. Okay, here it is, www.lhp, www.mlsmexico.com/Chapala, Chapala. One more time, www.mlsmexico.com/Chapala. Well, this has been Sid Grosvenor, your exclusive buyers only realtor, looking after you. Que la vaya bien.